Loins time. Now has come the time of times, time. It's GiRDyourLOiNz time. Come with us on this journey on the starship GiRDyourLOiNz. Where we come dressed for action. Lamps lit. So light 'em if you got 'em.
However you come to terms with your beliefs, Captain, I must tell you, I'm quite comfortable with mine.
How can you be? How can you be comfortable watching people die?
Let me put it to you this way. If I were to tell you that none of those people died, you'd easily conclude that you tried your solution and it succeeded. So you'd confidently try again. No harm in that. But what if I were to tell you they all died? What then? Obviously, you'd decide not to make the same mistake twice. Now, what if one of those people grew up...
Professor, I know. What if one of those lives I saved down there is a child who grows up to be the next Adolf Hitler, or can't sing? Every first-year philosophy student has been asked that question since the earliest wormholes were discovered, but this is not a class in temporal logic. It's not theoretical, it's not hypothetical, it's real. Surely you see that.
I see it all too well. But you must see that if I were to influence you, everything in this sector, in this quadrant of the galaxy could change. History, my history, would unfold in a way other than it already has. Now, what possible incentive could anyone offer me to allow that to happen?
I have two choices. Either way, one version of history or another will wend its way forward. The history you know or another one. Now, who is to say which is better? What I do know is that here, today, one way millions of lives could be saved. Now, isn't that incentive enough?
Everyone dies, Captain. It's just a question of when. All of those people down there died years before I was born. All of you up here as well. So you see, I can't get quite as worked up as you over the fate of some colonists who, for me, have been dead a very, very long time.
Of course, you know of the Prime Directive, which tells us that we have no right to interfere in the natural evolution of alien worlds. Now, I have sworn to uphold it. But nevertheless, I have disregarded that directive on more than one occasion because I thought it was the right thing to do. Now, if you are holding on to some temporal equivalent of that directive, then isn't it possible that you have an occasion here to make an exception, to help me to choose, because it's the right thing to do?
We're just talking about a choice. It sounds to me like you're trying to manipulate the future.
But every choice we make allows us to manipulate the future. Do I invite Adrienne or Suzanne to the spring dance? Do I take my holiday on Corsica or Risa? A person's life, their future, hinges on each of 1,000 choices. Living is making choices. Now, you ask me to believe that if I make a choice other than the one that appears in your history books, then your past will be irrevocably altered. Well, you know, Professor, perhaps I don't give a damn about your past because your past is my future. And as far as I'm concerned, it hasn't been written yet.
Captain, the electrostatic conditions are about as good as they're going to get. If we're going to try this, now's the time.
I feel very confident that Joe Biden will be elected president on Tuesday. Whatever the end count is, but on the election that occurs on Tuesday, he will be elected. On January 20th, he will be inaugurated President of the United States.
Pelosi just signaled today that she is intending to contest the election no matter what, and even if Trump is the clear winner, he will not be inaugurated, and Joe Biden will be made the president. Now, I want that to sink in for you, for myself, for everybody, because when I learned this morning, it was staggering. She went on national television, and now it's coming in that she's made the statement again, so it's now a talking point, that regardless if Trump wins, he will not be president, and it will be Joe Biden, and they will inaugurate him, meaning they'll have a consortium of blue states get together in a civil war and announce that they are seceding and that he is their president, and they will geographically announce the breakup of the country.
I have a question, sir.
Yes, Data, what is it?
What is death?
Oh, is that all? Oh, Data. You're asking probably the most difficult of all questions. Some see it as a changing into an indestructible form. Forever unchanging. They believe that the purpose of the entire universe is to then maintain that form in an earth-like garden, which will give delight and pleasure through all eternity. On the other hand, there are those who hold to the idea of our blinking into nothingness. With all of our experiences and hopes and dreams, merely a delusion.
Which do you believe, sir?
Considering the marvelous complexity of the universe, its clockwork perfection, its balances of this against that, matter, energy, gravitation, time, dimension, I believe that our existence must be more than either of these philosophies. That what we are goes beyond Euclidean or other practical measuring systems, and that our existence is part of a reality beyond what we understand now as reality.
decision has been made. There's too many people. People are too dumb. They're too lazy. But they've made it that way with the system so that it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So that those of us that aren't like that will join the spider in killing our own people, because then he can eat us last. That makes us defenseless when we turn on our own species with the spider. So if you work with these entities and you do this to your own people, you'll be damned. What does that mean? You'll be cut off from the Creator. You understand? And all of this is accelerating. And the big tech is the surveillance grid. The big tech is the control grid. It's the thing to force you to do all this. And then those that you see like Governor Newsom and Hillary Clinton, they're all wanting to be at the global government level. They're all wanting to show that they enthusiastically merge with this spirit and accept the destruction of humanity and celebrate it. And they're all trying to become one with the Luciferian satanic spirit so they can transcend the destruction of the planet. And they believe they're doing this beautiful thing, and that out of this destruction comes the birth of this new entity that is the marriage of Satan and humanity. But in truth, humanity is being destroyed and giving up its humanity in that processing. So when you see a Jack Dorsey or you see a Governor Newsom, these are absolute adept Luciferian Satanists that their whole mission is destroying you and your family with a total commitment to annihilating you forever and taking your soul with them into the darkest reaches of the universe. Now, this is the reality, and you're going to see it all in full. Write this down, record it, remember it. There'll come a time when none of this is available online. There'll come a time when you're starving to death and the robots are coming to kill you. Just remember, God's real at that point. Call on Jesus' name. That way your soul doesn't get caught by the spider. Because it's the last moment he wants to trick you to beg to it and to say you renounce God so it won't eat you. And as soon as you do that,